come on. Are you kidding me? You know what? That was my first. Oh. Whatever. And then just pile it on like that, yeah?
Yep. Did you have a good weekend?
I had an excellent weekend. Did you?
Yeah. What was your favorite part?
You.
Oh.
Well, it was. What was your favorite part?
You.
Aww.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Raspberry Rock, where I'm Russ. As soon as I start talking, they come running over like, oh, it's so exciting, Daddy's talking. Yes, anyway, hello everyone, welcome back to Raspberry Rock. Is that camera crooked? Ah, this is a shit show. Anyway, welcome back to Raspberry Rock, where I'm Russell. And this is my video, better known as, what stupid shit has Russell done this time? Yeah, so, before we get started, I just want you to know, at the end of this video, I'm going to show, we're going to do a bit of a flashback back to the weekend when City Girl was here and she made these awesome burgers. Venison burgers. They were really good. So, do stay tuned for that. That's probably the last time you'll see City Girl here at the cabin for a while. She's not planning to come back for a bit. Although I keep trying to tell her, you know, we need her here. Anyway, back to the stupid shit that Russell has done. I remember last video when I went across the ponds, I was bringing the trees over. I actually only got one tree back. And I decided not to use the trailer. Well, the trailer's still out there. And if you remember, I had difficulty getting across the pond at the beginning there. It was the snow was pretty deep. It wasn't easy going. Well, we've had about 8 or 10 inches of snow since then. And I'm looking at like, I think I see the trailer out there. I don't know how the ATV is going to do in this heavier snow. If it's bottoming out, we're going to get stuck. I really don't want to get stuck on the pond, but I got to get the trailer. I can't leave it out there. I can't, you know. What happens when the ice thaws? It just trailer becomes part of the pond? No, I can't do that. And besides that, I need to get it fixed. I need to get over to Mr. Wizard because the bearings are gone on one of the wheels again. So got to get it fixed. So I got to go get it. I got to do it today. Unfortunately, I think this video is going to be a little shorter than most because today's Thursday and I really don't have a lot filmed. I spent a day not feeling very well. I spent a day just collecting snow down there. I'll show you in a sec. I was collecting snow off the dock because that's one spot where the dogs don't run. And I've discovered if I collect snow anywhere around here, anywhere around the cabin, I'm getting like bits of tree and soot in the snow. So it's better if I go out away from the cabin. In fact, it's better if I go out in the pond, but we're getting to the point where the fresh snow has hidden all the dog tracks. And Junebug has a knack for pooping on the pond. I don't know why. It's like every single time she goes out there, it's like, oh, this is the spot. That's not exactly how she looks, but that's my impression of how Junebug looks when she's taking a dump. You're a little pooper, aren't you? You're a little pooper. Now she's got her back to me now. Don't talk about my poops. All right, let's try this. We're gonna try this. We're gonna see how this goes. This should be interesting. Yep. Huzzah. That was a lot of work. And you know what? None of that work was me driving the ATV or attaching the trailer. It was all running back and forth that fucking camera. I do it for you. Yeah. So next, can you see me? Next I got a inside project. But an interesting one, and one I'll probably screw up because it requires a little bit of skill. Just before I get to this little project that I'm going to do next, I want to talk about my kitchen. In our last video, Ray was here, and I kind of showed him going around the kitchen with a tape measure. He designed a new kitchen for me, drew it all up, and I showed that in the video. And then, a couple of days later, after he'd gone home, he sent me an email with a bunch of mock-ups of my kitchen. He designed the whole thing in this new 3D app he's using, I forget what it's called, something Architect, and sent me pictures. So I'm trying to duplicate the shot he sent me with the shot you're going to see. So this is the first one. I'm going to show you side by side so you can see how it looks. I hope I did this properly. This is the first one, side by side. Here we go. There's the old kitchen, and here's the new kitchen with voiceover by me. You'll notice that in the new kitchen, he's got lighting under the cabinets. And the stove is in the same place. He asked me, you know, do I want to move the stove one way or the other? So either the stove's under the window or to one side of the window. Let's do a quick angle change so you can see the next picture. Okay, so this is a slightly different angle. So he asked me if I wanted to move the stove one way or the other. But for me, it doesn't block the window at all. Even when I'm standing over here, it doesn't block the window because I'm seeing over top of it. For City Girl, it's a little bit different, but it really doesn't gonna block her view anyway. The reason to move it this way, well, either centered under the window would make a lot of sense if it didn't have the backdrop. So he asked me if I wanted to get a new propane stove without a back thingy, which you can get, but a new stove is expensive, right? And then he said, well, if we move it over 3 inches this way, then he can put a full corner unit in here, the same size as the corner unit he wants to put in over here. And if we move it that way, of course, it's not blocking the window at all, but then it interferes with the corner unit. I said, I'm fine with leaving it right here. I'm also fine with bringing it over a few inches because it doesn't really matter much. And City Girl kind of likes to, use the countertop right here because it's right in front of the window. But she also likes that the stove is partially right in front of the window too, because wherever you're working here, you've got this wonderful view at the window. We got one more angle change. Here it comes. Actually, this angle is going to be hard to do because it looks like the picture's being taken from way over here. like where the wall is, maybe even outside the wall. Let's try it. Yeah, so here's the second angle, and here's what the kitchen looks like from this angle. You'll notice that the hutch is there just beside the fridge, and that would be the pantry. And his idea was actually to get a pantry that opens on two sides, because the bathroom would be on the other side of that wall, and so you could open that from this side, and you could open it from the bathroom side, and you could split it in the middle somewhere, so you get space in both, which is an interesting idea. Another thing about the cabinets themselves, they're 42 inches. They go right up to the ceiling. We've got a really high ceiling here. It's like higher than 8 inches. A standing flat foot, I can reach 8 inches, so it's another 6 inches beyond that. What else? That's pretty much it. You might have noticed from the first picture that the first couple of pictures that there's a stub wall behind the fridge. And it's really just to hide the back of the fridge so that you don't see it. It kind of makes it a little more visually appealing. What else? I think that's it. So that's it. Let's see. The corner units on the bottom have the Lazy Susans in them, so they turn around. The corner units up top, up there, would not have the Lazy Susan. I think that you just open the door and it's just a great big kind of corner space in there. The countertops wouldn't look like this. I don't like the looks of these countertops. I don't think they're visually appealing. And the sink would be stainless steel. I don't know why I used a white one there. I like the microwave space just above the stove. I think that's really cool. It gets the microwave off the counter. And one thing he said is just around where the hutch is, where that would be the pantry, just around where the pantry is, that counter spot is kind of a dead area where it's you don't use it very much. He said that's where I should hide my liquor bottles. Thanks, Ray. I thought this was really cool of him to do this, and it didn't take him very long at all. I'm really amazed. He even got the trees in the background. They're not accurate, the trees, but he has trees in the background, which makes it very nice, very visually appealing. So that's it. Anyway, we're going to get to the next project on my list today. A good one. It should have been done a long time ago. Come upstairs with me. Come. So this catwalk has always been a little shaky. My railing is getting shakier and shakier too. One of these days it's going to have to come off and re-glued and re-screwed. But anyway, you can see the shakiness here. And I put these shims in here just to kind of on each of the brackets to try and hold it from shaking so much. It's just because the brackets are thin. Right, there's a lot of play back and forth. And the shims, they did help. But last Friday when Ray and I were working on the ceiling up here, we were back and forth on this catwalk 100 times each. And the shims just kind of worked themselves out and fell on the floor down below. So we're back to really shaky instead of not quite so shaky. But I'm thinking what I need to do here is brackets. From here down to the flooring here, 4 of them, 1 here, two on this side, 2 on that side, and I think that should take out a lot of the play. Bring them right up to the top. It's more solid on the top. I'm not sure I should do that side actually, because the ceiling hasn't been done from underneath, so the bottom of the I-beam isn't. There's a lot more play to it. But I want to bring it up to the top anyway. I'm going to see. Anyway, my big challenge here is going to be 45-degree angles on the boards that I'm going to put in here. I've done it before, and I think it's the width of the saw blade that knocks me off. If I set the saw to exactly 45 degrees and I make the 2 cuts, I end up with a little bit more than 45 degrees, and it doesn't line up nicely. But I think it's the width of the saw blade that I got to take off there somehow. I'm not sure how to do that actually. But let's try it. 26. How's that gonna work? How do I calculate this? Depends on the angle. Okay. Jesus, Russell. So 10 inches. 10 of it? No, it's 22 inches. And I need a pencil. $31 inches. Is that right? 22 times 22 equals 44. 8 square root equals 31. Yeah. Okay. One of these days I'm going to have to find wood that's not just dimensional lumber, something that'll actually look good, you know? Right now I'm just using a 2x4, regular old 2x4. We're going to take the end off of that. I'm actually not sure how to do this part. Like, I can set this to 45, and it locks there in 45, but I need it just shy of 45, right? I'm not sure how to do that. Like, I can set this to 44 and then kind of lock it down. But is that what I need to do? There's probably 100 guys like shouting at their screen right now going, "No, Russell, do it like this. That's not how you do it." I don't know. I can't hear you guys. I can't hear you. Shout louder. I'm going to go for 44. I could just try and look it up too. Shall we try it? Welcome to every project I've ever done. Shall we try it? This is why I use screws so often, because screws you can, oh yeah, let's put some screws in this. Screws you can just take out again. It's really easy. I decided to have a couple of rum and cokes the other night, but I didn't have any Coke in the fridge. So I quickly just put them outside here, outside the door, and forgot about them. And they blew up. And I made a big mess right at the door. And it's really hard to clean up at this time of year. It's all frozen. You needed to hear that story, didn't you? That made your day, didn't it? Something like this. Oh, I need screws. We made 4.4 kilowatt hours today. That's astonishing because it wasn't that sunny. That's really good. And it's only, I don't know what time it is. It's well after lunchtime now. Alright, shall we go try it? Let's go try it. Blech. Alright. The piece of resistance. Wow, it's just a little off, you know? It's flat there and that's just up a little bit. It's just a little off. I think maybe if I cut 40 44 on one end and then 45 on the other. That would line up. That 1 degree of difference is just a little bit wider than 2 saw blade lengths, maybe? Maybe? But I'm still going to use this one because it's close enough. And I don't want to waste the wood. I'm going to put that right against there. Wow, wow, just that one piece has really stabilized this. Holy crap. It's not even moving now. That's fantastic. All right, I'm gonna cut up another one and I'll be right back. I get out there and I get thinking, wait, should it actually be 46 and not 44? Which way should that be going? I don't know. I can't wrap my mind around that spatially. Should it be 46? Anyway, I think I want to do one on this side. I was thinking, will that be in the way when we're walking up and down the stairs? But I can't see it being in the way. No. Wow, that even made the walking up down the steps a lot better. Okay, I'm gonna put this one on this side. So that means, let me move the camera. All right, I'm gonna put this one on this side. First, I'll see how it lines up. I can't see. I need to be down here. I'll test it on this side. Oh, that's almost perfect. That's almost perfect. That's so close to perfect that that's how I would do it next time. But I want to put it on this side. Don't ask me why I want to put it on this side. I just want to put it on this side. I can't see it. Oh! Ah! Get a screw in there. Oh, this one's coming up above the... This one came up above the steps. Why did that happen? Not above the steps, up above the flooring here. I don't know why that happened, because we're flat here. You know, I'm going to take that outside and just take the tip of that off. I don't want to be tripping over that. It's this end. Okay. So this is all just dimensional lumber here, this whole catwalk and these steps and the stairs. One day I would like to replace it all with something much nicer. I don't know when that'll be. Looks good. Which is also why I'm only going to put two braces in here. Wow, that has stabled it up just fantastically. It's not moving at all. Well, the steps are moving just a tiny bit. I could actually screw the steps into here. I could just put little blocks on the insides of these things. Screw it here and then screw it in there. But I don't want to do that just now. Wow, I'm very happy with that. Very happy. That has changed it dramatically. That's awesome. Also, I gotta put railings in here too one day. And the railings have got to fit in somehow with these braces. So, and I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. So that's another reason to leave it like this just for now. That's Willow getting her exercise. She chases crows around. And Junebug, she doesn't know what the excitement's all about. I don't think her eyesight is as good, but she's quite happy to bark and run around too. Way to go, Widow. You chased that crow good. Actually, it might have been a raven. I can't tell them apart. So, I'm very happy with how this railing turned out. I think it's beautiful. I think it's it works really well. It's just the right height. It's good for grab. Like, you're not like trying to hold on to this if you're falling off the stairs kind of thing. I mean, you could. My point being, you don't want to be too rough with it, because unlike standard stairs, the railings are generally on those stairs. The railings are generally like big posts at the bottom at the top. You know, and they're not fixed at the bottom and the top. You can see at the top that it's just moving, right? It's not fixed up there. And without that, I'm kind of limited on how strong it can be. And I believe up at the top here, probably these top 2 or 3 posts, like I've glued them and then screwed from the bottom. And I think the glue has probably given way, and I think I would have to break the glue on all of them, unscrew all of them, so I could re-glue all of them. So that's kind of what I'm waiting for. I don't want to take it out, because I think that would be annoying to have to do. But I don't know, I don't know if that's a good long-term solution, because it's probably just going to happen again. Maybe if there was some way I could put some kind of a brace around the posts at the bottom here to glue them and screw them and just make them so that they're not going to give out as easily. But I love this railing. I spent a lot of work on it. I thought it turned out way better than I was going to. About halfway through making it, I was like, damn, this ain't going to work. That was about the time when I had this railing upside down. I had the screw gun on it going, I cannot screw a hole like this. That's not going to work. I was like, what am I going to do? But it turned out nice. The whole stairs, I know it seems really rickety and it probably doesn't look very strong, but these have worked out great. I'm really happy with them.
It's Valentine's Day! Happy Valentine's Day, everyone! And today we are going to celebrate it with a very special dinner. We've got some venison and we've got some ground beef, and we're going to make a burger in the cast iron pan, and we're going to top it off with smoked Gouda and serve it in a brioche bun that's going to be buttered in the pan. Oh, and bacon, because you got to have bacon in your burgers. It's going to be good.
What happened to our cheese? We need 2 more slices. It's a cheese hole.
Oh boy. This is not a stand-up kind of burger.
It's not. What are you doing that? How are you doing that? Almost lost the whole thing. Oh, it's really good.
It's so juicy.
Perfect. I needed a meat thermometer to make sure we got up to the right temperature too.
Very simple.
We looked up instructions for doing burgers, but these are thicker, so make sure you have a good meat thermometer. Oh, it's so good. The buns are really good too.
Yeah, the brioche.
The cheese is good. The bacon's good. It's all good.
The cheese, well, now you know. Probably need like 2 slices of cheese.
Well, you put the cheese in too soon, I guess.
But that is really good. And nice and simple, just with salt and pepper. Nice seasonings. Yeah, I gotta sit down and eat this, actually.
No. Like I always said, neat. Oh my goodness. Welcome to the end of the video. Yeah, this video turned out a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. I don't know how that happened. It's over 30 minutes already. I've just been editing it. I'm at this point in the video now. Why is it? I feel like I should be taller on the screen. Anyway, I wanted something to cheers you guys with, but I'm out of beer and I'm out of rum. And God help me if I get into the White Russians tonight. And I got to go to town tomorrow to get beer and rum. So anyway, I've got in. Don't tell City Girl. I've gotten into her stash here. I'm having a gin smash. Georgian Bay gin smash. A craft gin cocktail in a can. Cranberry gin smash. Excuse me. That part's probably important. It seemed like the least of the, the things here that I could get into. There's tequila something or other. There's bourbon sours and gin. All right. Anyway, cheers, everybody. Yeah, okay. I can taste the cranberry. Anyway, thanks for following along. There might be a live stream tonight. If it's Friday night, there might be a live stream. I will do a test again at 6 and see. And if that goes well, then I'll schedule it then. So look, sometime between 6 and 6:30 is when I'll try and schedule it, if it's going to be one. If not, if I decide not to, then I'll announce it on the Facebook page, just so you guys know. And that's going to be it. As I said, thanks for joining us. Don't forget to comment below and tell me what your favorite part of the video is. Tell me what you think of Ray's kitchen design. Yeah. And he had, you might not notice, but I've got 3 pot lights. He had a 4th one. What do you think of that? A 4th light? I don't know. It sounds crazy. Crazy. But the under cabinet lights would be really cool. And I can do that myself. I know how to do that. Simple stuff. Anyway, thanks, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace out.